event.
Hey, everybody. Sorry, I actually thought that I was live, to be completely honest, but everything should be coming through. Is everything working? Just give me a heads up in the chat. How's it going, everybody? Dutch. Hey, guys. Steven, Demir, Jared, Zachary up there. How's it going, everybody? So, I'm not sure if you guys had seen what's been going on with Cardano. We've obviously seen in the last couple updates from Charles, he's mentioned that a little birdie has talked to him about something, or a little birdie is coming. And I think it's safe to conclude at this point that whatever is happening is a big deal between Cardano and Twitter. And I think that's going to be incredibly exciting. How's it going, Jared? So I'm not sure if you guys have watched this, but we're going to go through and watch a little bit of it. There's some interesting stuff that I want to talk about Uniswap that he brings up. So we're going to discuss that. But also let me know if there's audio issues, but I'm going to go ahead and play
Hi, everyone.
it.
This is Charles Hoskinson, broadcasting live from warm, sunny Colorado.
Birdie equals God. There's something going on. That's
today.
for sure.
Office is starting to
Everyone can hear that?
A lot to do, a lot to think about. So how y'all doing? Doing good? I wanted to make a mid-February video. We're getting close to the 15th, and talk a little bit about birds, avian stuff. A lot of stuff is coming. A lot of announcements are coming, and really cool advancements for Cardano. There's a HFC event towards the end of the month. Basically, we have the Merry hard fork, and that hard fork common event is going to bring native multi-asset. Now, we've done an enormous amount of research, and we have discovered a really cool protocol where we think we're going to be able, sooner than we thought, to bring the ability to pay transaction fees in a native asset to Cardano. So Agalos, our chief scientist, is going to attend the Cardano 360 update at the end of the month, and he's going to talk specifically about that protocol and give a sense of how it works, who profits, how these things are. We've been in the weeds, very, very deep in the weeds, about the Goguen go-to-market strategy. Silvio has been working very closely with a strategic partner of ours, Runtime Verification.
We've talked about Goguen before.
And it keeps growing and growing and growing, and we keep bringing more and more partners in, and we keep making more and more progress, and it's really incredible to see what's coming together. So we are going to do a Goguen-focused Cardano 360 in March. And we're going to talk a lot about all the stuff we're doing for Goguen, the Plutus.
Jared, in terms of that question, in a lot of ways, I see ADA as a long-term hold. I'll definitely sell some of my bags, 100%. Not 100% of my bags, but absolutely, I'll sell some. But I could see me holding at least a portion of my ADA for a good part of my life. So, Doge gonna pump? Yeah, maybe. Who knows? I mean, Doge isn't going anywhere.
Immediately
so
after the HFC event for Mary. And basically, that's going to be the foundation of Alonzo, the Q2 HFC that brings Plutus to the network. So March is going to be all about Goguen. We're going to announce some partners that we have. We're going to announce a lot of these cool things that are coming up for it, and also how we're planning on testing things. We're going to run a lot of experiments. I'm very interested to see if we can take something like a Uniswap and re-implement it in Plutus. We are working with some.
So I just wanted to stop on that point because I think that is like specifically really important. We've already talked about like the fact that Cardano is going to be the system that could potentially change DeFi entirely, especially with everything else in terms of the peer-reviewed process and everything. It's going to be an incredible platform to do things like Uniswap on. So I think Cardano is going to be an excellent system to bring on DeFi and DeFi platforms. And obviously, you guys all use the fees, right? The ridiculous Uniswap fees. Thanks, Tom. Hey, man, I really appreciate you stopping in on like every video and commenting. I really appreciate it. What would you do? Would I do a portfolio video, like my actual portfolio? That would be something else. I do have a portfolio series, if you've seen it before, which I'll update you guys here. Sneak peek on the stream for you. Let's see if you can see that. Okay. So our portfolio that we started with $1,000 deposited. So far, we've deposited $800 on top of that, so $1,800. We're up a little bit. Cardano versus DOT. That's a hard one. A lot of people are like super in love with Cardano, and I understand it. DOT had my heart from the beginning. It's like I'm torn on which one I would go for, because on one hand you have DOT, or you have Cardano. That is a peer-reviewed process. It's an incredible system. The longevity of the system is going to be there. Probably institutions are going to want to use it. Heavy financial systems are going to use it. And then you have DOT and Kasuma, which is like incredibly agile, has still the same sort of like authentication for their apps and blockchains that they allow on the parachains. They also have a limited amount of parachains, so there are restrictions, but the ecosystem could be really you and I think the ecosystem for DeFi could especially be really good. So I'm really torn on terms of like which one I like, or you know, don't like Twitter. I don't blame you. I think a lot of people don't like Twitter, which is fair enough. I mean, I use Twitter for the cryptos, but I've never been a big fan of it. Why not? In terms of my actual portfolio, there's no actual reason. I mean, you should, like, not always kosher to like tell people exactly what you have. But if there was enough demand for it, like, and I don't have a lot of crypto. So just to kind of put that in perspective, if you are behind or you're just getting in now, wouldn't feel bad. You're probably going to make a little bit of money and just reposition yourself for the next bull run, which is exactly what I'm doing. I just got in at the start of 2020. So I have whatever I could have saved and thrown in for the year. Very non-straightforward. I think it's pretty straightforward. If there was enough demand, I would definitely do a portfolio video. I don't think there's anything specifically wrong with that.
Real token partners, the publicly announced one is SingularityNet. Alex Mashinsky's kind of nodding a little bit about some things, so I'll leave him to talk about what he's doing with us. And there's a litany of other little things we're looking at. We're also going to be announcing over the next 60 to 90
I've
days
waited for
a series of
for a little bit. Alex Mashinsky is obviously the CEO over at Celsius, and they have something in the works. They've been talking about having Cardano on Celsius for a while, so it's kind of disappointing that it's not there yet. But Graph and Cosmos, I've heard of both of them. I know Graph is like really popular. A lot of people really like it, but I haven't done enough research to like have an opinion on it. I'll take a look. To Dot and Ada. That's the I'm very much on the fence in terms of Dot and Ada. If I was to like pick one right now, I would definitely say that Ada is going to win for me. And that's just because when you're talking long term, what are you going to go for? A peer-reviewed process or, Gavin Wood? So I'm going to go Ada in that situation, but that's if I had to pick one. And luckily, I don't. I can buy both. Okay. Oh, yeah, I know. IOTA, I've also heard a lot about IOTA. We'll actually take a look into some altcoins later on, especially gems. VET, I love VET in terms of like the how it can solve supply chain issues right now. Love it. What's Jimmy Velas's prediction on XRP? Oh, is that the 10K guy? Is that? Oh my God. Okay. Here's my issue. This is my honest to God issue. And if you're here and you like XRP, great. If you don't like XRP, I don't know what to tell you. I understand where the hate is because there's so much conspiracy bullshit around it all. It's just unreal. I don't think it's going to 10K. If it goes to 10K, that's like 100 years down the road. It's not going to 10K anytime soon. Yeah, VET's fundamentals are absolutely insane. There's no reason, and like it's funny because you see VET now. What's VET at? So VET's at 5 cents. Just a couple of days ago, I was looking at VET and it was 3 cents. The fact that VET didn't pump already is just astounding to me. Astounding. So I don't know why, but obviously I gobbled some more VET up this week because, hey, you're gonna give me a cheap price on VET, absolutely. Yeah, but that 10K prediction, complete bullshit. I think it's completely out of his ass. And the reason why I say that is because often people, when they make claims like 10,000, they don't understand how much market cap is needed. And I've actually broken down exactly where I think XRP can go in the next couple of years. And my price is still high because I'm talking about the derivatives market and where Flare Networks can go for derivatives, the $1.8 quadrillion market that we have. So I definitely think that there could be some price potential for XRP, but I like to diversify. Thanks, man. I really love the portfolio series, mainly because after this whole bull run, we can look back at it and kind of learn too. And when we go into the next bear market, we can use that portfolio to prepare ourselves for the next bull run. So I really like it. Onyx Crypto, I have heard of it, but I haven't looked into it enough. Yeah, I would say I would say take profits. Like you definitely want to take profits depending on like what your situation is, right? But I also, and I just put out a cashing out video, and I just said in that video earlier, like literally 20 minutes ago. So after this live stream, go watch it. But I just talked about like I will never sell all of my crypto or all of my Bitcoin, and I will also never sell certain amounts of alts. So I'll probably never sell all of my ADA. I'll probably never sell all of my DOT. That doesn't mean I won't sell, but I will keep some, obviously. But mostly what I'll be doing is I'll cash out, and I'll cash out into either USDC and keep that and gain interest in USDC. I'll cash out in Pax Gold, gain interest on Pax Gold, and then I'll cash out in Bitcoin and gain interest on Bitcoin as well. And if I need anything to buy a house or anything like that, I'll just borrow off of my Bitcoin, get like a 1% service fee, and go buy a house or do whatever I need to do. So it's all about leveraging your assets at that point and working out that way. So
infrastructure partners for off-chain infrastructure and new wallet support. And there's also a big liquidity announcement that's coming, but I can't say anything about that. It was promised to me this month. We'll see what happens.
So I'm kind of, and we've talked about this, the liquidity aspect. There's some sort of major exchange listing happening, whether it be Coinbase or something else. But there's something massive that would dramatically increase the liquidity of Cardano, which is super exciting for the project, the ecosystem, entirely. Now, the thing that you guys want to be prepared for, and I mentioned it on a couple of videos ago about PancakeSwap and Binance's new smart chain. And I'm not saying go use it, but the whole purpose of me bringing that up is the fact that there is a DEX right now that is taking market cap away from Uniswap and SushiSwap. So as soon as we have a Polkadot DEX come out, it's going to fly. And then shortly after, or not shortly after, but sometime after, we will get a Cardano DEX. And I think that's going to change the game entirely in terms of Cardano. How long have I been into crypto? I've known about Bitcoin since 2013, 2014. As a young kid, you can put two and two together, why I knew about Bitcoin back then. But I started investing in Bitcoin at the start of 2020, before all this craziness happened. Yeah, I think there's a lot of deals happening in Africa, and I've mentioned this before, that Africa is going to be like the financial hub or not the financial hub, the financial growth hub in the next 10 to 15 years, because there's so many people that are going to essentially have these banking services and have these funds that they've never had before. And when you have unlocked liquidity like that, you have businesses, you have consumers. It's a great thing for the ecosystem and for the for money in general. I don't know what word I'm trying to economy. Jeez. Yeah, drop a like. Yeah, absolutely. Great, man. That's exactly what I'm trying to get across, Zachary, is to make sure that you guys have everything that you need to be successful and make some money out of this thing. This is crazy. It's a a wild ride. This is going to be my first bull run that I've actually experienced other than watching 2017 happen in the news and sitting on my ass doing absolutely nothing about it. But here we are. We're in the thick of it, and it's going to happen. It's a good time to make some money for us.
So there's lots of stuff that's going to be announced there in that context. We're also bringing on 2 dedicated development firms, and their job is to just do nothing but write lots of Plutus code to beat the hell out of the Alonzo testnet and verify that everything that's been in the lab and all the simulations that team has been using are right. There's a huge strategy for Yella.
Yeah, in terms of we'll break this down. How long this bull run's going to last. So actually, this is going to be great. Okay. I am actually really excited to show you this. If you want to know how long the bull run's going to last, let's talk about that right here. Okay. So back in 2017, we're going to go to, this is the whole crypto market, the entire crypto market, not just Bitcoin. So this is the entire market cap. Now, if you look down here, at around the start of 2017, April, we're at $35 billion, right? Baby market caps compared to, like, XRP right now is, I think, this market cap. Yeah, $27 billion. So just under, XRP is just under the May market cap of 2017. So this went up and shot up to around 100 billion. And I suspect that this is the zone that we're in. We're about maybe a third to halfway in at this point. So we still have, I'd probably say, another like 5 to 6 months of runway left, depending, because institutional money can really extend this, right? So if we have a lot of institutional money like Tesla and everything else, Apple that we just had talking about getting into Bitcoin, that could extend that timeline. But that's not to say that we can't see a drop. But I don't think we're at that euphoric phase of like really tippy top high at this point. And I'm actually not looking to take profits right now. So I'm waiting a little bit longer. But when things start to get really scary, then we'll look at taking profits. In terms of Chainlink, I think Chainlink it's good. If you're a new investor and you just want to be sure that you're going to make money in crypto, you don't want to really take any risks. And you're not somebody that just wants to stick with Bitcoin, you want exposure. If you go just the smart contract blockchains, so Cardano, Polkadot, Chainlink, and then Ethereum, right? Sprinkle those 3 in. Keep Cardano and Dot as your like top holdings, and then after that Chainlink, because Chainlink is super undervalued compared to where it could be, especially right now. I definitely don't have enough Link, but if you do, congrats on the bag because it's going way up. But I would focus on those smart contract blockchains because those have the most utility and they're probably going to give you the most opportunity to make some money this bull run. Yeah, but in a lot of ways, I feel like this bull run could go longer. Yeah, no, I agree with you, Fanatical. It could go a lot longer depending on the institutions that we have coming in. So we don't want to shy away from that, but we also don't want to be in a situation where we're getting up to that tippy top, right? And then we don't sell. So a big thing here, you guys might like look at this and think that, oh, wow, we've already had this parabolic move. But if you look at it from zooming out, you get those same parabolic moves at lower ranges. Here, I'll show you on the Bitcoin chart. So if we see like going here for Bitcoin, we see the same parabolic move. Like it still looks like scary parabolic and looks like that's the tippy top, but there's so much more past that, right? So we saw that there was still at least 2,000% that Bitcoin went. So we went around here. There's still like this big chunk. And then Bitcoin stayed there for maybe a couple of days. Like this whole process, I think, is just over the course of a week. So everything's going to move quick. If things get like super volatile, you know, just take some time off work, I guess, and watch the market. Reef to 17 by the end of the quarter. Interesting thought. I think it could happen. I wouldn't say no to it. Where's Reef now? Because I think Reef, last time I did the math, We were at a $100 billion market cap. Let's take a look here. Okay, so we're up 480%. Okay, so we have a 3.2 billion circulating supply, so that's increased. Yeah, I'd say it's hard. I definitely can see Reef hitting $1 in a DeFi boom, but I personally don't think we'll see any movement from Reef until we have the parachains lit up by Polkadot. I think after that, you're going to see a bunch of Polkadot chains just fly. But I wouldn't look at that to deter you from buying Reef, because in fact you want to buy when there's blood in the streets, right? You want to buy when the price is low. That way, when the price goes up, everyone's just like, "Oh, you're so smart. You bought while you were low." But no, you're just fucking crazy, and you just love to buy things at a low price. But that's how we make money, right? Yeah, man. Honestly, we made a decent amount of money. Comparative. I'd be really happy with quitting my job. That's for sure. We'll see what happens. What's going on, buddy? Yeah, it's hard, Tom. That's what I noticed. But I'm also kind of happy that I have exposure. So, like, hold on. I'm gonna go through my portfolio. Not give you guys exact numbers, but I'm gonna show you like percentages of where I'm at. So in terms of Bitcoin, my total Bitcoin, which is actually really good, because keep in mind, I've been buying Bitcoin since it was at 3K back in 2020 after the big drop that happened. So I'm actually up a total of 327% on my Bitcoin, which is actually really good, more than I thought. My XRP, I'm up 142%. Now my Cell token, I got a steal on, because I got Cell token at like 62 cents. Cardano, yeah, absolutely. So in terms of Cardano, what's happening with Cardano and Twitter? Now, of course, it's mainly speculation, but we're talking about a big deal with a little bird. Is what Charles has hinted a couple of times, a number of times, in terms of some sort of deal. And I'm not sure exactly how they tie in, if they tie into the liquidity piece. But there's been numerous talks of Twitter having meetings with Charles and everything else. And Charles actually just spoke about closing some sort of deal within this video. If you want, I can link the video in the chat for you. We can try to get through it as well. But we have a lot of questions. But he does talk about closing this deal, and it's going to be public soon. So the speculation amongst a couple other YouTubers and myself is that Twitter and Cardano have landed some sort of deal. It has recently been closed, and we will hear about it in this month. So ideally, obviously we've heard that it might be late, but it's sounding like this little bird, right, in Twitter, bird, this little bird might be late, but it shouldn't be late, is what Charles said specifically. Show us your kid. Yeah, she'll come around. She doesn't like being picked up. She'll definitely come around, though. We'll watch more of this, and if there's any questions,
runtime
just go ahead and
verification
post
is
them in
going to
chat.
do. We're going to roll out that in the Alpha Frontier program in March as well. And Tan Limin is the big guy at RV who's been doing this. He comes from Consensus, and before that he worked at Microsoft. Brilliant guy. He lives in Japan, so we'll have to have him probably do a late night or early morning presentation, but he's going to roll out this whole concept of Alpha Frontier and what we're doing with K as a specification language. So that's going to be very exciting, and I think you guys are going to be really happy about it. Now, people ask a lot about what is a developer strategy, and the term I like to use is acidic, ACIDDIC, and basically that stands for one part, the acid part, is all about the developer, okay? And so that's about how do you acquire them, how do you collaborate with them, what incentives do they have, and how do they actually deploy that software? Then on the other side, the DIC That's okay.
I'm torn on ETH.
It's kind
I
of an
own
app
ETH,
store
but
concept of when you
um,
deploy it.
here I'll skip to the part that I think he discusses. But
By default with a
I own ETH, but I'm not a fan of it. If you look at like Uniswap and the fees, I don't see it being sustainable. And I know like I'm gonna get hate in certain aspects, and a lot of people really like ETH. And you see like some major YouTubers like die hard ETH fans, and sure, I mean whatever floats your boat. But at the end of the day, it's a flawed system. Everyone knows it. Charles has mentioned it numerous times. I don't think that just band-aiding the issues that you're having is going to solve anything. I think your blockchain is fundamentally flawed. I think ETH is going to like not go away. I'm not saying that it's going to zero, but am I saying that Cardano and DOT could potentially take a good significant chunk of the market cap? Yeah, it could. Yeah, you know, I don't know. Some people just really like ETH, and that's fine. That's fine, and they're not going to lose money. And well, they're going to lose percentage gained, right? Like they're not going to make as much. But you know, I'm surprised with somebody like BitBoy having Charles on his show, like how many times, and still is just so diehard ETH. I don't get it, you know. But I think a lot of those guys, a big part of their problem is that they're often too focused on the trading aspect, and that ends up being a big lynching point for them. So they always think, how did the chart move? How did the chart move? And like ETH is this big market mover. But does that matter? Well, in a speculative market, sure, it really matters. But in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't.
To full client. So you can, for example, like the basic idea there is where you have a ledger or a Trezor or some hardware. That feature has and
okay. I'm not finding the exact spot, but the big portions that we need to take away from Cardano and everything is that we're expecting at least, hopefully, I would like to see Cardano have a DEX by the end of 2021, but I don't think that's going to happen. To be honest, right? Like, if we look at Cardano's track record before, how long it took to get Shelly out and everything else, I don't think we're going to see any significant DeFi this round. But that does mean that we could see like DeFi dApps come out sometime in the bear market after this, which could spark another DeFi boom. So, you know, we could see something by it. Yeah, here, hold on. Let's take a look at ETH. I just don't get it. I don't understand. And like it's at all-time highs. This is great. Like, I mean, I own ETH. I'm happy. I'm super happy about this. But in no way, like, hold on. What has my ETH even done compared to Cardano? Because I'm pretty sure my Cardano has a higher percentage. I've been buying Cardano since 9 cents. So, I mean, you can imagine. What's that? 10x. Let's see. So my ETH has done 184% since I've been buying it. And my ADA has done 237%, right? And that's what I mean. Everyone gets so stuck up on Ethereum being the one. But everyone thought that Bitcoin was the one, right? And of course it's not. Bitcoin is an incredible store of value, and it'll be great at that. And I think ETH will also be an incredible store of value, especially with the smart contract aspect and everything else. I think it'll be super great in terms of being like a Bitcoin 2.0, but you know, Cardano and DOT, that's blockchain 3.0. That's the third gen. Yep. No, but you're not wrong though. You are actually not wrong. ADA is kind of like, well, like you think about it, it has the academic peer-reviewed process, right? Vitalik is just Vitalik, right? So I don't know. But even like Polkadot, like that's the same sort of criticism that you can give to Polkadot, because you see Zilliqa is the same sort of like rigorous like academic peer-reviewed process through the University of Singapore to get Zilliqa done. And they do it with Cardano. And monetary policy, we know, doesn't work just by winging it and seeing how everything goes. So like, yeah, I don't know, having an academic peer review process to enhance the blockchain makes complete sense. E's for Chads. I love it. I love it. Ah, yeah, I love Dot, man. Yeah, you can't hurt me like that. Come on. There's plenty of room in the space. I always say that. Plenty of room. Plenty of room for that number 2 spot dominance to go away and go into Cardano. At this point, I'm probably more bullish on Cardano. Definitely a little bit more bullish. I wish I wasn't so bullish on Dot in the bear market because, oh boy, did I funnel so much money into Dot every paycheck. Yeah, Dot's a definite close third, but Dot is definitely going to take this DeFi boom by storm. I don't think anybody's ready for what's about to happen. Once Dot comes out with PokeSwap DEX, or PokeSwap DEX, and everything else with refinance and everything, I think it's going to blow everything out of the water. And we're not going to have Goguen, and we're not going to have the Cardano DEX at that point. So really the only thing that Dot will be contending with is Uniswap, SushiSwap, and PancakeSwap. I think our competition is good. So right now I am betting on Dot, and I'm happy about that bet. I think there's a big issue with like people get so defensive when you attack their coin, right? And like I understand it with certain coins, right? So if somebody says shit on XRP, right? I totally understand why you would come out and say XRP is bad or whatever, or I at least understand why you would have that argument. Now, of course, I'm an XRP bull. I own a lot of XRP. Good portion of my portfolio is actually XRP. Does that mean I fall into the conspiracy theory bullshit? No, absolutely not. I think they're all dumb. I think what Ripple is doing is a net positive for the cryptocurrency space. And also, if you look at the history behind Ripple and XRP, it's all coming from that cypherpunk area, right? The same people that were involved in Bitcoin were involved in XRP. What's that going to tell you? So it is what it is. XRP is for simps, and I'm a simp. So nothing I can say about that. I'm a simp that's made 140% on my simp money. So there we go. Okay, let's see where Cardano is. Cardano is 94 cents. So we dipped. We hit 97 last night. Was it last night or the night before? Hold on. Am I dreaming? Yeah, it was the night before. 97 cents. I was so excited to see that. I thought for sure we were going to hit $1 there. Yeah, XRP is a definite risk. If you look at some of my other videos, I talk about why the SEC case doesn't make any sense, why they're not going to win the SEC case in terms of like the SEC won't win. Even if they do, even if they settle, they're not even asking for XRP in circulation to be deemed a security. All they're asking for are fees for the XRP already sold, which means that we already have a carte blanche for every other XRP in existence. So like at the end of the day, the case is all just FUD, has nothing to do with anything else. And regardless, who cares if the United States doesn't want to use it? I'm sorry, I'm Canadian. I know half my people are American, but at the same time, we don't need America, right? And if you guys want to have shitty tax laws or shitty crypto laws, that's on you. 1.8, it's $1. Yeah, I can't do that, man. It'll be a teen stash. It'll be bad. Oh, bro, I'm still a baby. I'm only 30 years old and I can't grow facial hair. Let's see. FGX. What is that? Voyager. I've heard about this. I've been asked about this a couple of times. Let's take a look. Low market cap and actually a low circulating supply. It's kind of rare these days to find a token under 1 billion. Is this just a is it just a trading platform? Now here's the question. Is this adding in stocks and everything else, or is it just crypto? Yeah, I know. Man, I get it. I look young as hell. I understand it. Somebody insulted me, called me a kid today. I'm just like, okay, well, like, I get it. I look young as shit, so it is what it is. But okay, so it seems like just a loyalty token for their trading app. I mean, it's good as long as the platform's good, right? Like, you got to look at these tokens, and especially like a token like this, and like a token like Cell. Here, I'll bring that up for you for a second. So, and like the reason why Celsius has so many restrictions on the United States and people who can buy is because it's basically a security. It basically is funding Celsius just like a stock would. So it is. Like, this is what I don't understand. You call XRP a security, but, like, Celsius wouldn't be, right? So, Celsius is an obvious security. Does that mean that you shouldn't buy it? I mean, if that's true, then I guess I made a mistake at buying right here, right? So, you put that in perspective. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I'll definitely take a deeper dive into Voyager and see if there's something more that I'm not getting. I mean, it looks like a great platform. I would have to download to see the app though, to like give like a good idea of it. But I'll definitely look into it because I think things like these are going to be important for sure. Avalanche. So this is one that I get commented on about all the time, and I get it. I don't like that it's ranked 2, and I don't like that it's already pumped. This is the same issue with Aave, right? Like, I love Aave, and I think Aave can still grow. If you want to get into Aave, by all means, you know, shalom. More power to you. But, I mean, like, you're chasing candles, right? Like, how much room do we have to grow? I don't know. I can't tell you. We could trade sideways all the way up until the market peak, right? So, is it good to go into something like this? I don't know. It's also just released 30 days ago, so we don't have a lot of data out for it. So, you know, it could still go. What's circulating supply? Max supply 720 million. Market cap 3 billion. Yeah. This would be something that, like, maybe I'd chuck a couple $100 in and, like, forget about it. But I don't know if I would go and, like, build a new position on it. But I could be, like, super, super wrong. The loyalty program is coming out for VGX. So the thing about loyalty programs that I'm going to mention, and this is exactly why I got into Celsius and Nexo, and I fucking missed the boat on Nexo. So I actually, I had Nexo, and I bought Nexo tokens because I wanted the extra interest rate. Stupid me, I sold my Nexo when I stopped using Nexo, even though now I'm back to using Nexo again, on top of like my other platforms. And now the token is at $1.68. I hate it. I sold at like 40 cents. So upset about that. But hey, I mean, it happens. You do stupid things, but I don't know why I sold. I would never sell a loyalty token like that. Just taught me. Chainlink. Chainlink is something that I don't own enough of. That's for sure. But it's like, it's super undervalued. It's super undervalued for what it is and like the smart contract blockchain. Like, it has so many partnerships everywhere that I look. Every single, like, anyone, like, serious in the crypto space, any serious outfit usually has some sort of partnership or is using Chainlink technology in some way. So, like, really, like, Chainlink for me is, like, a long-term hold. I don't know if, like, I really would care. Like, if it went to, like, 1,000 this bull market, which is a lot, I don't think it could do that. It could maybe do 100. If it, yeah. It can maybe do 100, but not 1,000. I know a lot of people have been saying like 1,000 Chainlink could happen, but I can't see it personally. But yeah, I would love to see anything that you got, Crispy. Absolutely. Don't miss the boat. Yeah, absolutely. Does that app have a referral code? If so, you can drop yours in the chat, and I'll use it. If not, I'll make one after. But yeah, no, I'm a huge, like, the thing is, people need services, right? So if you get, like, if you find anything, like, the reason why I jumped onto Celsius is because it was easy to use. It looked sleek. They have like a good business setup. They have shitty customer service, but whatever. It's a small company trying to swim in this big ass pond, and it's growing every day. You can see it by like how many subscribers that this channel even gets a day, right? it's insane how quickly crypto is moving. But if you can hop into ground floor on some businesses and apps that facilitate custodying of crypto and lending services, oh my God, it's going to be amazing. Whatever you're going into, as long as it's a reputable company. So definitely buy their loyalty tokens. I think Link is going to do good. I just don't know if Link's going to outperform ADA and DOT. That's what I don't know. I'd be interested to find out, like, but I don't know if I would like be running to like increase my position dramatically more than my ADA and DOT at this point. But then again, ADA has also pumped. Actually, I shouldn't say that. Whatever I just said for the last like 2 minutes, completely like ignore. Definitely, you should be buying Link right now because it hasn't moved. So if I was right now looking at putting money into Cardano or DOT, I would definitely be buying Link. So, but that still doesn't mean that I don't think, like, at the end of the day, my ADA and DOT are probably going to outperform it. But there's still way more growth potential at this point because Link has not moved to where it should be moving. Yeah. It's I could play some music that's super quiet here. Some music from a buddy of mine, but I gotta be careful about what I play. But I'll play something. You guys can at least hear something, so it's not all. Let's see here. We'll turn this down like massively. Okay, is that okay? That shouldn't be overbearing. Hopefully it's not. If we need to, I'll just do this a little bit. Okay. Okay. Hold on, I gotta get my chat back here. There we go. What do I think of our fuel? So let's first talk about yield optimization first. So YOP. So this is a low cap. What is this? Rank 472 or 427. Currently trading. Let's see what. Okay. So really just Uniswap that's available. Advance. Proceed. There we go. Yeah, for sure. I'm totally new to like the streaming aspect. Okay. So the site's down, but let's go to the Medium article. This will at least have something. So initial DEX offering, is that what an IDO would be? Interesting. They're working with some pretty big aggregators, like TrustSwap is a massive one, Polka Starter. I mean, there's potential, right? Right now we're looking in a like phase where like everything can really pop, right? So, could this go higher? Yeah, possibly. Where's the chart? Hold on. Let's go. So this came out just recently and we're up 400%. This is something that you got to be like careful with when you see new projects, because often they'll pump up, just like DOT did, where it pumped up and then it just bled out. So I don't know if I'd jump into it right away, but with low caps, they can move so quick with just a little bit of money. So if you wanted to take like just a risk, I'd absolutely go into it. Whenever you're looking at anything below rank 50, go take a risk, take a shot in the dark on it. If you lose some money, you lose some money. Just don't put in too much that you're gonna regret it, right? Like if you're putting like 30 grand and like you have nothing to feed your family with, like, I mean, like, you know, but you know, for a couple $100, just a chuck to say you did, whatever, it's not a big deal. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Okay, let's see. Is that better be on loop? Hold on. Let me just. Okay. There we go. Any other? Actually, let's see what Reef's doing, because we talked about. Actually, hold on. So what was that other one that we were discussing? There was somebody else that posted in the chat. Aries, I'm a new subscriber. Hey man, welcome to crypto. It's a great time to be here. Just don't get caught up. What's your best advice for spending $1,000? That's hard because you're getting in at the worst time because everything's pumped, right? What I would probably do, I would make sure that you have an equal amount of Cardano, DOT, and Chainlink. Have those three. Get a little bit of Ethereum under your belt just to have. I wouldn't buy Bitcoin just yet. I would wait for Bitcoin to drop a little bit because I think a big retracement's coming for Bitcoin. Actually, I think a big retracement's coming for the entire crypto market. So honestly, if you want to get in the next couple of weeks to a month maybe, hopefully it goes down, but don't bank on that. So get in now. The best time to invest is yesterday. The second best time is today. But I definitely go with DOT, ADA, and Chainlink. And then maybe pick up like a little bit of Reef if you want to take a little bit of risk. And if you don't want to take risk, just buy more Bitcoin or buy some other alts that you like. But safe bet, ADA, DOT, Chainlink is probably your safest bet. Chainlink will make the most in the short term for you right now, but DOT and ADA will make long term as well. Yeah, there are like, and that's one thing, Tom, is there are so many projects, but like a lot of them aren't going to last, right? A lot of these projects are going to go to zero. We are going to lose a significant amount of money in this bull market, 100%, with rug pulls and everything else. And now the fact that everything else is pumping, I'm no longer looking in the top 100 to buy my crypto. Like I buy a little bit of ADA every week just because, and I stopped buying DOT. And I like recently I bought some Binance coin, but like anything that I'm buying is like usually in like the 30 to below range, because I start like I want to look at those like low caps and actually make some gains out of this. Yeah, man, that's awesome. I think our crypto portfolio did what are we at right now? So we put in $1,800 in total. We're at double, so we've made 100% profit. So 100% profit there on our. Hopefully that's showing up for you guys, but 100% profit. Hey, bro, Kevin. Yeah, Newton is fantastic. The fact that you're not paying fees is just incredible. Especially if you're buying crypto every week, like I am. To have to pay like $2 every time you buy is just, come on, you know. So it's much better to have that grow in crypto. So good for you getting onto Newton, man. There's an ICO project. I should pay attention to XLS. Where's that on? Is that on PokeStarter or? XLS Labs. Creeps? Or Keeps. What's Keeps? Not a Theta fan? I'm a Theta fan. I have Theta. I love Theta. I wish Theta was doing better. Actually, Theta is doing pretty good. I just checked it. I don't even want to shit on Theta. What is Theta doing? Theta's doing great. Theta's up like, I think Theta's done for me like 100% at least. Because I bought Theta at like $1.70, I want to say. I got in late, to be fair. Oh yeah, it's at 306 right now. Theta's doing good. I'm at 89% on Theta. In terms of what, trading, Kevin? If you're trading or just looking to buy things at lower prices, I use Binance. I love Binance. In terms of keeping my crypto, you can use BlockFi if you're a big Bitcoin and Ethereum fan to get interest on your Ethereum and Bitcoin, or you can use Celsius and get interest on basically any other crypto that you can think of. But what I do is I buy on Newton because it's the cheapest, and then I'll send it to Binance, buy the other coins that I want to buy in Binance, and then at that point I put it out into the wallets that it needs to go into, depending on which wallet I have gaining interest. It gets kind of confusing, but yeah. Trading, I definitely recommend either Kraken. Kraken's like my favorite, but Binance, I love the charts, so I often, if I'm swing trading or leverage trading, I'm trading in Binance. I'm new to leverage trading, so like I'm not gonna ever do a guide on leverage trading or anything. I've thought about potentially doing a trading series, and showing myself. I'm gonna lose money, guaranteed. So like I'm not. Yeah. Yeah. I picked up T-Fuel. What's my dollar cost average? My dollar cost average on T-Fuel is $1.62. I have a little bit, not a lot, but I like the platform. I want to stream on there. I would love to stream on there, but I just don't know how everything works. But you know, it's good right now with YouTube, and you know. Do I play the stock market? I followed Wall Street Bets for a long time. Honestly, I just got like really big into stocks right before, like in mid 2019. Actually, like with Wall Street Bets. You know, obviously getting into the whole attendees game. But because I'm in Canada, we don't have many platforms that give us like fractional shares. So we don't have like Robinhood. We have like crappy platforms like Questrade and TD Ameritrade and everything else. So I dabbled a little bit, but once I started really getting into crypto, I literally sold all my stocks after the stock market ran back up after its recovery, after the crash. So I sold everything, got out close to like what I think is the top. It went on for the next couple months, and I threw that all in cryptos that I was looking at. So yeah, Wall Street Bets is toxic, but goddamn, are they funny as shit, man? Like, come on. You can't have like any more of a sense of humor, but losing, you know, $1 million because of your own idiocy and being able to make a Reddit post about it. So yeah, honestly, I'm a big proponent of voting with your dollar, right? Like, we vote for the services that we want, right? And we don't want people that can just get called by a hedge fund and shut it all down, right? Like, that's ridiculous. Like, the fact that a hedge fund can cry because they're losing the game. So let's take the ball away. Let's fuck the little guy, right? It's ridiculous. But yeah. I think what Wall Street Bets did was amazing, in terms of everything. Regardless of whether you love or hate Wall Street Bets or Reddit, I don't care. Really has nothing to do with anything else. I love that they stuck it to these hedge funds. Amazing. Yeah, I agree with you in terms of like the toxicity of the community. Absolutely. Yeah, I don't disagree. Yeah, I have done a little bit of trading though, but I'm not super experienced with it. I just trade with like $400 USDT right now, and I've been throwing. This is the worst part. Is like I've been throwing my profits from my leverage trading into my spot wallet to hold and then put back into my leverage trading, but I want to hold it in crypto because USDT doesn't move. I want like to move it with crypto. So I've been shoveling all my trading profits into Cardano and buying Cardano at 58 cents. Now I don't want to sell that Cardano and put it back in my trading account. So now I have to like refund my trading account because I'm putting all that Cardano in my HODL bags. It's a shitty conundrum that I've found myself in there. Conspiracy. The Chinese are behind. There's been a lot of talk. I don't know exactly like what's going on there. I also heard like hedge funds were buying Reddit accounts. I don't know. You know what? In all honesty, after 2020, I wouldn't put it past anything. I think anything is possible. We've seen it all, right? Like, I don't think anything could get any more crazier than. Well, I say that, and 2021 is going to come around. But at least it's going to be crazy in a good way. You know what I mean? Regardless of if the world burns, at least we're going to have a crypto bull run. So, you know what? I'll take it. I will absolutely take it. So Avalanche, I looked at this earlier. We've had a lot of people ask me about it. I think it's interesting because it's well, I mean, like everything is open source, right? So that's not a particular selling point, but it is good to note that things are going to be open source, and especially like you see Cardano with the decentralization. We're almost at 80% decentralization, which completely removes it from federal control, which is the end game, but it's where we were going. But things like if I'm right, Avalanche is more in terms of the DeFi sector. Oh. So it's just a system that works with decentralized applications, and I don't know if there's anything all that special about it. I've heard a lot about it though, so I feel like I'd have to take a good hard look into this. And the thing that when you're looking through and when you're evaluating altcoins, like the tokenomics are important, right? Understanding how much maximum supply there is, understanding the market cap, where it is on the market. So you see this at rank 22. Does it belong at rank 22? You have to ask yourself that question. With like refinance, or actually like refinance is a bad example. Let's go down to, where is it? Here it is. Number 52, Kasuma. You see Kasuma has no business being at rank 52, zero, at least at the top 20 cryptocurrency. And we see that with a $1.4 billion market cap and a 10,000 supply. So to say that Kasuma couldn't hit $1,000 a token is ridiculous. It absolutely could and will. But with Avalanche, it's a little bit of a different story, right? You know, we're already at a $50 token. We have a $3.8 billion market cap and a 728 billion supply. We're at rank 20. Could it go higher? I mean, yeah, it could go a couple points higher. Is it going to hit top 10? I don't know. I think I'd have to look a little bit more into it specifically. Yeah, the hedge funds did kind of stick it to them, man. They kind of fucked them afterwards. In terms of a correction, so that's hard to... Okay, so I'm not going to say that we're going to have one, but I'm going to say that the likelihood of us having a correction is very, very high. So if we look at Bitcoin specifically, and this is always, if you ever want to like judge what's going on with the market and what's going to happen, always look at Bitcoin. I always, when I'm trading cryptos, I look at that crypto, and if that crypto goes down, okay, I zoom out, right? So if I'm in ADA and ADA drops, zoom out, look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's dropping, okay. And if Bitcoin's dropping, zoom out even further and start looking at traditional markets. What's the Dow doing? What's gold doing? What's everything else doing? Because maybe Bitcoin is bleeding a little bit, but maybe it's not because Bitcoin, because if the stock market bleeds, so does crypto, right? So we're just as correlated. But if we're talking about like, yeah, we could absolutely see a retracement. I don't think we'll see anything lower than the 38 range. I think we will definitely see Bitcoin go down to 38, but I don't think that's going to happen until we hit over 50. I think what could possibly happen, what the like most likely scenario is, we hit 50, we go into price discovery and go above 50, maybe 54, 53 area. And then at that point get semi-rejected and have a massive retracement. Now that is like super, super good news for the rest of altcoins. Even though in the short term, they'll be pulled down by Bitcoin, money's going to flow into altcoins right after, and that's going to pump everything up. So I don't see that as a bad thing. It will like pull down the market, but it's hard because, you know, time in the market is going to be timing the market. So you really have to be careful with that. What I would say is if you are like, if you know how to trade, you could maneuver that. I would never make a big move like that with my entire HODL bag. But if I like expected, let's say I expected DOT to crash, right? And I knew a 95% certainty that DOT was going to crash. Not 100%, but 95%. In crypto, that 5% is big. I would probably only move maybe 10 to 20% on my dot and sell it. So I wouldn't liquidate my whole position to do a move like that, to reposition. But if you suspect something is going to happen, then definitely do it. I would, if you want to be absolutely safe, I would start taking a little bit of profits from Bitcoin when it starts hitting above the 50K range. And I'm not talking about a lot, maybe like 0.5% here or a full percent there. You know what I mean? Like, it depends on how much Bitcoin you have, but you still want to have some Bitcoin later on. But it might be nice to sell some of that Bitcoin at 50 and then start buying back in when it's at 38, right? So you could do that, but I wouldn't do it with your whole stack, because that's a good way to start losing sats and get real fucked. I think if we're talking like Bitcoin, where Bitcoin can go, I don't know what you guys think. I think Bitcoin can go way above 150, way above. If you look at the market cap of gold being somewhere in the range of 10 to 12 trillion, having a $12 trillion market cap, or even half that, let's say we have a $5 trillion Bitcoin market cap. Okay, so we divide that by our circulating supply, which is 18,627. And even though that's the circulating supply, that's how much actually matters, and that's what's breaking down our value. This isn't actually what's in circulating supply, because remember that there's still tons of Bitcoin that's just lost in landfills, whatever. So yeah, that brings Bitcoin to a $260,000 Bitcoin. Do I think that we're going to get that in this market cycle? Probably not. But do I think that we're going to get above 100K this market cycle? Maybe 150? Yeah. But the one thing that we got to remember out of this whole thing is that the market cap today for all of crypto is $1.5 trillion, which is insanity. Like, that alone is crazy. And we saw even the little dip after we hit the all-time high, the 700. Actually, this was right after a trillion, basically. We hit the trillion. We had a little retracement down, and then went back up. It's funny because in my last Cardano vid, we actually had some people chirp me and say, "Oh, how could $10 trillion enter the market?" Well, here you go. $1 trillion entered in less than 2 months. So I don't. You can say you don't know how $10 trillion can enter in such a short amount of time, but prime example, we have $1 trillion and institutional money is barely dipping in. Yeah, I'm not sure if I would live stream that, Kevin. So the thing about the trading series is I'm not a trader, and I don't want people to go and take that as trading advice, because I'm just now dabbling with long orders and short orders. So basically betting that Bitcoin's going to go up, or betting that it's going to go down. And I don't think that I know enough about certain TA to give advice, but I do think it'd be interesting to watch me lose some money. So whether that is in a live stream or in a series, I think a series has more watchability, and it's nicer to kind of go back and watch. But if that's something where we think that a live stream might work better, what we could probably do is do it in a live stream, and I could cut it together and make a video of it, and just take the video recording and splice in some audio so it's still playable, because I don't want to just put in stream highlights on the channel. I don't like to watch stream highlights personally. I don't think many people will like to watch stream highlights, so even this stream won't be on there. But how is the video quality anyway, guys? And don't forget, if you are here, like the video, like the stream. But how is everything in terms of the quality of the stream? This is obviously the first time that we've gone live, so interested to hear any feedback that we have. And we actually have a little baby pump on XRP. You guys know, I'd hope that everyone knows my feelings on XRP. And I'd hope everyone knows my feelings on the conspiracy around XRP. I think a lot of it is bullshit. I think you need to be careful when you're listening to certain people and you're decoding ciphers on Twitter and all this garbage. But if you look at the fundamentals of the project and what Ripple has done for the crypto community, I think that they've done a net positive. And I think the SEC case is baseless and going to fail. So regardless of whether or not I think XRP is going to be a global basket of currencies, ultimately XRP is going to do well this bull run. Is it going to do amazing? Who knows? But good to know. Good to know that everything is good to go. If you guys had to pick a time or pick how often you would see this, how often would you like me streaming? Would you like to see this a little bit more? Would this kind of be something that we should do regularly? Is it like a once a week kind of thing? Should we check in a couple times a week? Polkadot is almost hitting 30. I think it hit 30 earlier today, though. Oh, yeah, it did. Just barely. Look at that. What's my XRP price point? Okay, so I mentioned what I think XRP can go to. So I mentioned in a video that I think with XRP, with the derivatives, the derivative market and FX and with Flare, I think it can eat a good chunk of market cap. And if it does go that route, really it can go like well above the $50 to $100 mark, depending on how much of the derivative market it actually eats up. And those are options. So like anything like short orders, longs, any sort of contract that happens in exchanges, which is a $1.8 quadrillion market. Oddly enough, the assets that are under contract are only worth like a couple $1 trillion. So how that turns into 1.8 trillion quadrillion is like baffling. But I would say I will start selling XRP above $10, but probably not a lot. Yeah, I don't think there's ever enough crypto information. Good lord. From which time zone? I am East Coast, Eastern Standard Time. Southwestern Ontario. That's where I am. Or I should say southeast. Yeah, I think that's a good plan, Fanatical, to start and see how everything builds from there. Yeah, once a week. On the weekend would be nice. Okay, that's good. Drop my link, grab more XRP. I mean, listen. If you're looking for a risky bet, here's the thing. I can easily put you in the camp that XRP is not a security. And if you just believe that, you can hate XRP. You can absolutely hate the fact that XRP is what it is. You can hate Ripple and everything else, but you can't deny the fact that XRP is going to go back to its all-time highs as soon as this SEC case is gone. And there's absolutely no possible way that this SEC case is going to go in a negative for XRP. Will it go into a negative for Ripple? Sure, but at the end of the day, who gives a shit? I'm invested in XRP, not Ripple. So of course, I will buy Ripple IPO, but nice Montreal, very nice. Which part of? So you just like in the heart, or because I know Montreal's like a big city. I used to do roadside dispatch, so like I know like how like the bridges work in Montreal and like how many different zones there are. But it's the same kind of thing with Toronto, how they have all these like different sectors of Toronto. Yeah, weekend? Okay. We could probably, I think what we'll do is we'll hype up the stream and we'll probably do it like on a Saturday or a Sunday. Would you guys like prefer evenings or afternoon? What do you guys think is better for you guys? Okay, so time zones are a little bit hard. Elrond. Oh, God. I missed the boat, guys. I missed the boat. Yeah. Oof. I wish I had got on this when I heard about it. Because I think it's an incredible project. I think it can go higher, but it's just like, what can I make more money in right now? And right now I'm just like so balls deep into Reef Finance, if you guys haven't seen it. And I think it's going to do great. I just bought Reef. I bought some Ren, actually. Ren is good because we're wrapping all the tokens to get put onto the Polkadot dexes. So Ren is going to do well. Ocean Protocol is good. Polka Cover. Where's that? Polka Cover. There it is. Polka Cover. When that comes out. Insurance. Blockchain. That's going to be amazing. Any company that brings in insurance and blockchain together is going to make tons of money. There's so much money in this space. Yeah. Okay. So let's I think what I'll try to do. Yeah, okay. What I'm going to try to do, I'm going to try to make it like a little earlier on my end. So a little bit more like 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That way it's like midnight or 1 for you guys, somewhere around that area, I think. I don't know. Well, I'll do some math. I'll try to make something equitable for everyone. Yeah, okay. We'll keep it in a good vicinity for everyone. Most of my viewer base is in Canada and the States, but a lot of other people are from everywhere. Like we have viewers from everywhere. Euler, no, I don't think so. Is that on CoinGecko? Euler Network, is that it? I have their Twitter out. Oh, okay. So blockchain native derivatives for hedging gas. Yeah, So I will say the exact same thing that I say to my buddy when he asked me whether or not he should buy oil stocks. Do not buy oil stocks. Holy crap. Like, if you are buying any fossil fuel like stocks or derivatives or anything, I'm sorry, it's not going to last. In the next like couple years, like you see where everything's going with the trend of electric vehicles. Like, look at Volvo stock. Oh my God, let's look at Volvo stock. So like, exclude Tesla. Tesla is not a car company. If you think of it as a car company, that's not how you should be thinking of it. It is a tech company, and so is Volvo. So let's look at the 5 years, right? Volvo didn't start spiking until they started doing their automated cars right here. Once they announced that their automated cars were coming out, it just skyrocketed. The future for cars is automated driving and electric vehicles. Those are the future. So if you want to get into anything, I wouldn't touch oil or fossil fuels with a 10-foot pole. Get yourself into self-driving car companies. Apple, oh my God, I'm gonna buy like I've already been buying Apple stock, but once this bull market is done, I'm absolutely gonna be offloading tons of profit into Apple. Apple, Volvo, depending on if Tesla's dropped, because Tesla, holy crap. I can't bring myself to buy it. Like, I'm sorry. It's like, that's just too much. There's a point where a stock price is just too much. Exit price for Reef? Yeah, I don't know, man. It really depends, because like this DeFi thing could be huge. So it could just like end up being a way to earn income on decentralized exchanges. So if I can use it to add liquidity and earn a yield on my Reef, why would I sell? So, you know, I think it is all up to you. If I was to put a target price on what I think it could do, people said I'm too bullish with saying it could hit $1. I think it could hit more. Realistically, I think whatever we're going to see in terms of the Polkadot DeFi boom, it's going to rise a lot of the Polkadot parachains, and Reef is going to be one of them. So realistically, I'd probably shoot for like at least $2 before I even thought of selling, personally. But you know, that's just me. Last chance to get the Mercedes? We'll have plenty of chances. It's just a car, right? I would much rather Bitcoin than a Mercedes Benz. Just saying. If I had to choose right now between a Mercedes-Benz and the same value in Bitcoin, take it in Bitcoin. I will live like a homeless man. Does not matter. Give me that Bitcoin. If I had 3K and I just had to put it into one project right now, let's say that this project is like long term and it's not something that's just like gonna fizzle out, and like we're holding it in the long term. Ooh, that's hard. That's hard. And the worst part is it's not even going to be on my list, because right now my top holdings is Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, and then it goes down into alts like that. I would probably say at this point I'm just like so in love with Cardano. Like, even though that price sucks, like I hate buying Cardano at these prices, and I haven't. But like still, if I had $3,000 and I had nothing else in crypto, and I had to put it in one project, just one, I'd probably just pick Cardano. So that's hard, because I am like spread pretty thin, I would say, but like the bulk, so I'll give you percentages actually, just to like give you like an idea. But like also you gotta remember that I was buying Bitcoin like when it was cheap, so like I obviously gained a lot. But Bitcoin is 15% of my holdings, and ETH is 10% of my holdings. XRP is 30% of my holdings. And the only reason XRP is even this much is because it's just grown that much. And then everything else is just like a slew of altcoins between DOT, ADA, XLM, FET, HBAR, Reef, ZIL. So I'm not like, I know that if you are sure of a sure thing, you should put a good portion of your money into it, and like diversification is kind of shitty. But at the same time, we're in crypto. This is a whole new asset class, and everything's gonna rise. Like hell, man, you see Dogecoin pumping. Come on, like anything that you throw money into will probably make a profit. It's just a matter of whether or not you're going to realize that profit and whether or not you're gonna sell. AMG, really? Is that your car goal? Yeah, I like the AMGs. I'm not gonna shit on it. I am not gonna shit on it, but is Volvo a buy? That's an interesting question. I say it is. I like, if you know Volvo, if you know the car, if you know the stock, like if you ever sat in a Volvo, if you ever driven a Volvo, I would recommend, if you're not sure whether or not you should buy Volvo stock, go drive one. Seriously, just go test drive. You don't even have to buy it. Just go sit in a Volvo, and then you'll recognize exactly why I think you should buy Volvo stock. It is one of the best like car companies out there. Not even like looking into, like, let's look into Mercedes really quick. Is Mercedes even publicly traded? I don't think so. I might have to look at, oh yeah, there. Yeah, they're there. So if you look at Mercedes, right, and like their max chart is really like nothing, even though they're a luxury brand car. But when you look at Volvo, right, and it's still like the same sort of luxury brand, but it's Swedish technology, very, very sleek looking cars, and you can see that it was just trading sideways for like the better part of the couple of years. It obviously like took a dip in the 2008 financial crisis, like everything, just traded sideways, and then started kind of going up. And then we heard about the news about automated cars, and then it zooms. In terms of, is it too late? No. Is it going to be too late in 10 years? Yeah, 100%. When everyone is on self-driving cars? Yeah. A lot of people aren't going to own cars in the future. A lot of people are going to use ride-sharing services that are going to drive them there without a driver. And a lot of people are going to have cars that drive themselves. This is just the future. This is where we're going in the next 10 years. So I would get on, absolutely, I'd get on stock like this. 100% when I cash out, when I get out of crypto, I'm going to be going into stocks like this. How do I manage so much coins? My taxes are going to be hell, man. Yeah, when it comes time to sell. So I have a couple of exit strategies, and I have a couple of different exchanges. So all of my wallets that I hold my crypto on, they all have any that need a whitelist of withdrawal addresses. They either go to my Kraken or my Binance. I plan on moving a large amount of coins onto the exchanges prior to the big run. And at that point, slowly DCAing into USDC, back into Bitcoin, Pax Gold, and everything else. And then reposition myself into the new year. But it's difficult, but when you find good exchanges to use, you'll notice that it's not all that hard. And I find that between Binance and Kraken, that covers all of the cryptos that I need to worry about. And there's some that I'm just probably never going to hold or never going to sell. Yeah, I would honestly say Tesla is or Volvo is a tech stock. Absolutely. It's the automated car industry. It has nothing to do with vehicles anymore. Like Tesla, this is not, I'm sorry, this is not the stock price of a car company. That's not. And whenever I hear on CNBC and everyone talking about, oh, Tesla like beats out Ford and beats out GMC, they're not even the same class. We shouldn't be looking at Tesla beating out Ford. We should be looking at Tesla beating out Apple, right? And we're looking at Apple. That's a comparison of stock. And of course, same thing with crypto. The stock price doesn't matter as much as the market cap, which I believe the market cap is on par with what Tesla is. But this is more the competitor of Apple, not Ford, not GM, not any other car companies. It is, Tesla. It is Apple. Apple is the competitor of Tesla. Yeah, I think anything that's in the renewable energy sector right now is going to do very well. I would be very, very insecure if I was in oil right now. Oh my god, and weed stocks. Holy crap. Have you guys been looking into this? Jesus. I sold all my weed stocks and I'm so upset at myself because obviously Canadian, right? But, you know. Oh, that's still a good entry though. For ACB, that's still a good entry. I'd buy some ACB. Still destroys Apple? Yeah, I think so. I mean, so here's the thing, Tom. Sometimes it's not about the product. It's about like what people feel. Markets are not based in logic, right? Nothing is based out of logic. If you like put a better product out, it doesn't matter. The marketing is what matters. And people love Apple. They love Apple. They will die for Apple. And that's why I buy Apple stock. Has nothing to do with their products. I hate Apple products. I don't have an Apple Watch. I don't have an iPhone. But I still buy Apple stock because people love it. It's not my thing, but I know how to make money. So hey, I will buy Apple stock. That's fine with me. Sushi is something that's interesting, and only because the DEX. I think sushi. If we look at the DeFi market, it's always good. By the way, if you guys don't go here, it's always good to kind of go here and just get the market cap. Where are the DEXs? Here we go. So if you go to DeFi, and then the decentralized exchanges, you can see the market cap of the individual DEXs. And holy shit, so I called out PancakeSwap. I think PancakeSwap is fantastic, like crazy good. I can show you guys PancakeSwap if you want to too. I don't have a lot in there, but I think it's incredible. I think it definitely bridges the gap for what we need before PokeSwap comes out. What's that? NIO? NeoShares? Oh, you might be talking about. Oh! I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Oh, is that actually like them tokenized? No, that's not. Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, here's the thing, right? China's gonna do incredibly well, and no matter how you cut it, the next 10 years are gonna look really good for China. Whether that's a good or a bad thing, you know, that's subjective. I hate the CCP, but that's just me. You know, I think China's going to go through an economic boom, and it is what it is, and they're going to do well. So I think investing in Chinese stocks are going to be a good idea. But you know, obviously having the CCP being in more control is a little scary. So this is Pancake Swap. This is super cool, and I know like the name is like super like cringy, but this runs all on the Binance Smart Chain. And it's just a DEX, and like everything is awesome because the fees are like 11 cents per transaction. You can go ahead and you can provide liquidity. You can provide liquidity on any of the individual swaps. So right now I'm providing like a little bit on Cake and BNB. Cake is sitting at $7.16. I got in at $6. And then yeah, I have my farming pools. I wouldn't like recommend this. Like this isn't like. If you have some money just to like screw around with and like potentially lose, but like who knows? The thing is, I didn't get into Uniswap when it came out, right? But everyone that made a MetaMask account got 1,400 Uni tokens for doing nothing. So the big thing that I learned from that whole experience is if I just shy away from things, I'm not going to get anything. So hey, I'm going to be an early adopter. I'm going to do things that are going to like be a little bit risky, but like hey, maybe I can get something out of it. So I don't think it's like that bad of an idea to take some risk in going into a platform like Pancake Swap. Do I think Pancake Swap's going to be here for the next like little while? No, definitely not. Once we get a better DEX out, it's not going to stay. But that's neither here nor there. It is a band-aid for what we need right now. You can buy Reef, by the way. Any American people that are like asking where do I buy Reef and you don't want to pay the Uniswap fees, get some BNB token, put it on the smart chain, buy it here. The best and cheapest way for an American person to buy Reef right now. And I'd absolutely buy Reef because holy crap. Yeah, I got that. Eventually I got that. Sales popping. So this is what I'm looking for. I've talked about Celsius too. Now I bought Celsius back in this range right here, around like 62 cents. I bought Celsius, and I put like a couple $100 there. I didn't think it was gonna like go as far as it did, and then I just kept on dollar cost averaging as it went up. So, how to use Pancake Swap or something else? Hey Angie from Germany, how's it going? Yeah, not sure. I think there's a bit of a delay on the stream, so I'm sorry. I'm a little behind on what I said. But if we're talking about Uniswap, or Pancake Swap, I'll show you. Let's see. Exchange. So if you go to the exchange, and actually, you know what I will do? I'll close that. You know what I will do is I'll get you the article link. Let me get you the Medium link. BNB Smart Chain. To get Reef. So if you're getting it in Binance, Tom, so you're in Germany. You can get it in Binance and it's gonna be fine. I was more talking about like Americans. They can't buy it in Binance. So for Americans, to get it cheap without paying a fee, they would have to get it from Pancake Swap. But if you go here, you can go ahead and set up your wallet to essentially use the Binance Smart Chain. So that's probably the best way. Thank you, Angie. Really appreciate the support. Yeah, it's been crazy, honestly, growing over the last little while, but I appreciate that you just found me. That's awesome. So that's the thing. Yeah, with Sushi and Uniswap, you need to trade ETH. But with Pancake Swap, you trade BNB, right? So it works just like ETH. So here, I'll show you. I have a little bit of BNB, and I can select my token if I want to get Reef, right? So you can see here that I'm trading BNB for Reef. And my fee, I'll even like go and like complete this. My fee is, here, I'm just going to cancel it so you can see it. But the fee ends up coming to 0.06 BNB. So that's not ETH, that's BNB. So this comes up to being a couple of cents. So So if you are looking for a cheap DEX, this one is the way to go. Absolutely. But like obviously it doesn't have like a lot of token choices. But the interesting part, I like this. Where is it? If I scroll down. So again, it's all the BNB chain. But here, you can buy Amazon stock, you can buy Google, you can buy Netflix, you can buy Tesla. On a decentralized exchange, yeah, I'm down. I'm absolutely down. Yeah, Angie, super bullish on Reef. I think Reef is going to do amazing. I can't see it not doing well. Yeah, I think the big thing that I saw with Reef, I'll bring it up here. The big thing that I like about Reef is the fact that they're trying to make a DeFi system that's more automated and more in terms of helping people get into DeFi that haven't or like don't have the knowledge to, because it's not like easy. It's not easy to use PancakeSwap. It's not intuitive to use all these like programs and Uniswap and everything. For somebody just getting into crypto, like these are such like obscure things to get into. But having Refinance essentially talk about building something to do it for you, that's incredible. Yeah, well, the only thing is we're just waiting for the dot parachains to go live, right? So, yeah, Amazon, Tesla, and Netflix on a DEX called PancakeSwap, out of all things. So, needless to say, I'm staking some pancakes. You know, I'm stacking my cakes. So, it is what it is. I think in total I have like $500 on the platform. So there's like it's not like it's a lot, but. Half of it's in BNB, half of it's in Pancake. Who knows where it goes? I'm not expecting anything from it, but it's a fun little thing for while I'm screwing around. So, yeah, I know. Oh, what is it? PokeSwap. So with PokeSwap. This is what I'm waiting for. I've mentioned this in a video. Now, the interesting thing about PokeSwap right now is you can get PSwap tokens by providing liquidity on Uniswap. And I've thought seriously about this, but like I have to buy all new ETH because all my ETH is locked up because I'm an idiot and make poor financial decisions based on blockchain. So I staked all my ETH, which admittedly I shouldn't have done. But if I was to do this, I would probably stake Zor and ETH, mainly because Zor is looking at being like a decentralized liquidity provider for these decentralized exchanges. And then ETH is obviously ETH, right? So if you stake or if you provide those on liquidity on either Moon or Uniswap, then you collect PSwap tokens. So, oh yeah, PSwap is going to be massive. Like absolutely massive. So the testnet is already up. Like if you look at the testnet here, you can sort of play around with it. I already have the Kusama Fearless wallet app. So this app is supposed to, I don't know if you can see that, but this app is supposed to be what you use essentially with that DEX. So this is gonna be, this alone is gonna be massive. This is what's going to like kick off everything. Yeah, it's yeah, I'm super excited for when PokeSwap goes live. When PokeSwap goes live, that's gonna be the sign that all of our Polkadot, like everything that we invested in Polkadot, is going to pay off right then and there. So like as bullish as I am on Cardano, I love Cardano, I love ADA, and I'm not gonna shit on ADA. I wish I bought more ADA, I really do. But like when Polkadot DeFi comes out, we're going to see a boom like no other. When we see Cardano DeFi come eventually, that'll be good too. But that's like in the future. We're not there yet. I even think with Goguen, we're not gonna get there. But we could get there before the end of 2021. But I highly doubt it. Yeah, it's definitely going to be a boom. Absolutely. I see Polkadot as like the DeFi for the common man, and then Cardano is probably going to be more like institutional, kind of traditional finance. That's how I see it. I don't think one is going to be better than the other. I think they're both going to have individual strengths. Like Polkadot's going to be a lot more agile and nimble, but Cardano's going to have the peer-reviewed process that's really going to maintain the security and integrity of the system. So yeah, I don't know if they're hedges against each other. I wouldn't even consider them that. Oh yeah, man. Honestly, I was gonna mention that in your comment that you made, but I just didn't know like I hate to mention things like that because I don't know like how in depth people's knowledge is, and it's like it's not something that I want to just like promote, right? Because I don't know, it seems weird to promote something that is called Pancake Swap. But I use MetaMask. If you go to this Medium link, hold on, let me just make sure that this is the right link. No, that isn't. Let me get you. Oh, hey, here's a helpful video. Look at that.
Hey, what's going on, everyone?
Here's a helpful video that you can watch after the live stream, and that'll help you set up your MetaMask. So that should get you going. That's like the first thing that I googled. I haven't vet it. I read a Medium article to do mine. So, but when are they planning to do it? I actually don't know what the date is. When are Polkadot parachains live? So I think it's all based on when the parachains go live, which is I don't know which quarter that is. So it looks like they're just going to be, well, we already know this. So the parachains were auctioned off, right? There's a limited amount of parachains that can function with apps. So they've auctioned it off and they kick off anyone that's like not a good service, essentially. They're really shitty. Yo, Burrell, what's going on, dude? How are you? How's things? Nice. Thanks for stopping in, man. You've been a hardcore viewer, man. I really appreciate you you watching, your support. You've been great. How's it going, buddy? But yeah, I don't know exactly when it's gonna be live, but I know it's gonna be sometime this year. So, and we have things like PokeSwap in the works. Let's see what they have in terms. I know PokeSwap has actually like quarter dates, so let's see, because they have quarterly dates on it. Okay, let's see here. So they have mainnet launch Q1, which is a little lofty because we're like ending Q1 now. But it is what it is. And then Q2, they're talking about mainnet with advanced features. So if I was to guess, hopefully soon. But I'm not going to bank on it considering Q1 is almost over. I think we enter Q2 in March. Yeah, no problem, Gary. If you have any questions, just go ahead and drop me a comment, or like get into the Discord or something and shoot me a message, and I can always help out. Just make sure you're always talking to me. Don't fall for any scammers or anyone trying to get you to think that it's me. But you know, it's easy to verify. Yeah, thanks, man. I really appreciate that. I'm still like new to the content, so. I know a lot about crypto, but right now I'm still like trying to learn my camera confidence and really being able to speak and get what I'm trying to say across. So it'll get with it in time, but I really appreciate that you enjoyed the content and you like what's going on. Yeah? Oh, give it to me. All right, let's see what this is. All right, let's see here. Polk. How do I find that poke token? Help me out here. Oh, AWS? Okay. AWDS. like that. I don't think I'm spelling that right. Thanks for the follow, Andy. Appreciate it. On IG. I don't often use IG, but I need to use it a lot more. I want to start posting on there, but I just don't know what to post, right? Like, I don't want to post, like, informational posts, but, yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Nice. Thank you. Appreciated that, Fanatical. Maybe CMC. Oh, it's a well, we talked about PokeStarter, man. Yeah, you just came in right as we were talking about it. Actually, PokeStarter, bro. PokeStarter. We're it's coming. Can't wait. Can't wait. We were talking about staking and staking Sora as Zor and ETH to get P-swap tokens. I'm thinking of doing that because I want to get in before PokeStarter or the P-swap tokens are tradable on exchanges. CMC, let's take a look here. CMC, is that the correct ticker? Might be something else. Oh, you mean it's on PokeStarter? Oh, okay, hold on. I thought you meant PokeSwap. I don't know why I just zoomed out there. Is it actually, like, available, though? Because, like, I find everything's, like, locked out. Like, as soon as it goes up on PokeStarter, it just, like, instantly is just... what is it? Bulk. Or is that the actual token for them? Oh, I see. Okay, that's the actual token. Not yet. All right, interesting. I mean, like, everything that goes on, I think PokeStarter is an amazing platform, to be honest. But everything that goes on there is just, whew, like, it gets ate up super quick. Where's this being traded on right now? Oh, you can get it in Hubei. Hubei? I don't know how to pronounce that. But, yeah, Uni. Other than that. Mentioned CoinMarketCap. Yeah, hold on. I usually use CoinGecko. I think this CoinMarketCap really kind of like upsets me that they promote whatever's up here, like the Model Tesla 3. Listen, guys, do not, please, whatever you do, don't buy a Tesla with Bitcoin. For the love of God, do not. You're gonna kick yourself in 10 years when you realize that you gave Elon Musk $1 million for a Tesla. Soro is the waifu of crypto. I'm totally down for that, man. Give me that waifu, honey. I'm absolutely for it. CMC. All right, let's see. Comma chain. Okay, so CMC is able to handle verification, rewards, payments. So I like anything that does this in terms of verifications, in terms of like verifications of like if you saw a company like and I don't know that this is going in that direction, but like if you guys are familiar with any sort of insurance or online documentation like DocuSign, if you guys are familiar with stocks at all, DocuSign like shot up because of like the whole COVID thing. So obviously, like if a blockchain or if a company got onto like blockchain about signatures and verifying that like somebody signed a document, that would be incredible. Yeah, it doesn't look like. Yeah, let's take a risk. What do we got to lose? Just our crypto. We'll see if this actually works. If this site works. Polka Market on Medium. What is that? That's interesting. Okay, so their website is not up right now. I think whatever they are, probably a good prospect, but it doesn't have enough information for me to really make a comment on CMC just yet. I'd be careful going in unless you know something more about it. Polka Market. Ooh. What is this? Oh, okay, what is this? Am I looking at the right thing? Here we go. Okay. I think that's what I'm looking for. Since we don't launch the project. Hell yeah, they have. Like, this right here, right? Because you see, like, how, like, congested everything is. Everyone loves it. Oh, is this a futures market? This is futures, isn't it? Like, this is talking derivatives, guys. This is... So, here's the thing. Money is in derivatives. Money is in contracts, futures, derivatives. If we're looking at, like, a decentralized futures DEX, oh, my God. One, there's a lot of money to be made providing liquidity because so many people get liquidated. Like, if you look at it like Binance, right? I got liquidated just a couple of weeks ago. I had $300 YOLO basically in Binance, longing on Bitcoin. Bitcoin should have gone up. There was no reason for it not to. And it wicked all the way down to $38,000 and liquidated me. And then instantly you went back up and then proceeded to go back up to my target price. So, like, I got liquidated, but I should have made, like, at least $1,000 off that trade. It just goes to show that, one, like, you don't, like, even if you know what's happening, you don't actually know what's happening. You can get liquidated at any time. And then two, if you're providing liquidity in a decentralized exchange, because the people who win in that situation is the exchange, right? So if you're providing liquidity into a decentralized futures exchange, you're going to make a lot of money. What's going on, LCFC Chris? How's it going, dude? Welcome back, Jared. We're just talking about decentralized exchanges. We were talking about decentralized exchanges and futures and this Polkadot based predictions market. So this futures market based on, so the backers include Moonrock Capital. I'm going to make a video about this. Holy crap. Moonrock Capital, sorry. It's getting late, so I'm slurring my words at this point. Morningstars Ventures, NGC Ventures. I don't recognize. I recognize Spark Capital and Moonrock. Those are the two that I recognize. The rest I don't. But I'm sure they're big. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, DeFi is just going to be money, but like anything futures is just going to be nuts. No, I'm Canadian. Americans will have a hard time getting XRP. Yeah. Elon is a troll, man. Holy, with his Dogecoin. Listen, I like Elon. I really do. Elon's taking me to Mars. I just didn't know that he was going to take me to the moon first. Goddamn. But, hey, I'm not complaining to a free moon trip, you know. If he wants to pump up my Bitcoin, and by all means. But, hey, like, not financial advice. I put $100 into Dogecoin, all right? Appreciate that, man. Appreciate you finding it on Reddit. I'm actually curious to where you found it. Is it in the Cardano section or somewhere else? Thanks for the sub. Glad that you enjoyed the content. Elon is Satoshi Nakamoto. Y'all wanna hear who Satoshi Nakamoto really is? I actually think I have a pretty good grasp on it. So this guy, I don't know why you never hear about this. This guy, David Chaum, he's the grandfather of digital cash. He designed blockchain technology. He wrote about it in the 80s in his dissertation. And he specifically talks about how if he was the creator of Bitcoin, he would purposefully not show himself because he knew that the FBI was after him, because he actually tried to launch digital cash and the FBI told him to stop. You know, just saying, he writes double spaces. He sparked the cypherpunk movement. Like everything part of him. Like I've read all of his work. His dissertation is what sparked the Hal Finney group, that Hal Finney Adam Beck group. His writing is what sparked that, and his writing actually inspired the creation of XRP. So he is at the core. If he's not Satoshi, he's definitely a big player in the space. He's actually working on something right now. He's working on XX coin. I bought into Oh god. All right, you guys are gonna get into like, you want some seriously cool stuff? Let's see this. Nobody knows about this because like nobody talks about this coin. It's not listed anywhere. But look into it. Honestly, take a look. Go sign up for this website. It's quantum proof, a payment messaging solution. So you can message and send money. Think of like, what's that Chinese application that like you can send money in and everything else. It's exactly like that, but encrypted. The political system and the economy. I'm not going to get very political. In terms of the economy, I think it's bullshit. I think monetary policy is out of control. For both like Canada and the States, I think central banks are going to keep printing money, and it's going to be very, very bad. We see it in Venezuela. We see it in Zimbabwe, and we know that fiat money already has a bad track record. We've never seen fiat money win. And do well, and you might argue that, well, we've been pretty good all these times on the United States dollar, but the reality is the United States dollar has been off the gold standard for only 30 years, which is not a lot of time. 40 years now, but oh god, 50 years, Jesus Christ. Anyway, either way, fiat money always goes to zero, and printing more fiat isn't going to help anything. I do think that we need social assistance, absolutely, but, you know, it is what it is. Edmonton, bunch of my family lives out in Edmonton. I love it out there. I love BC and Edmonton, Alberta. It's, oh, God. Driving up to, because I have family out in Lac La Biche, too, so you drive out, like, near the oil field. Well, not near the oil fields, but, like, out to the direction of Fort McMurray, not all the way up there. But God, when you start driving out there, it's just flat land. And, oh, it's just gorgeous. Uphold. Really? Restricted to accredited investors only for XRP? Interesting. Yeah, Voyager sells XRP. Yeah, I think what's happening with the exchanges is a little suspect. I'm going to say that. With XRP. I don't know how I feel about it. It's really weird. As a Canadian, it hasn't impacted me. I mean, like, at the end of the day, I don't really care. Is Trudeau well liked? I think it depends on who you are. Here's my thoughts. If you want, like, my honest opinion on Canadian politics, in terms of the situation that we're in now, well, number one, I know conservative people that didn't want to vote for Scheer. Okay, Scheer was a nightmare anyway. I don't even know why the PC party was even running Scheer in the first place. Has no idea, like, of reality. And then you have Erin O'Toole now, which is equally as terrible. Now, do I think Justin Trudeau is good? No, absolutely not. Justin Trudeau is also an idiot. But, like, when you're faced with an option of Justin Trudeau or Andrew Scheer, who the hell are you going to pick? You know? If they ran Pierre Papaloa or whatever that Pierre guy's name is, the one conservative that I actually like out of the PC party right now, you know, and maybe they'd have a shot at winning. But like, holy crap! But I think O'Toole could win. To be honest, I think people are sick of what's happening with Trudeau in terms of everything. But I think Trudeau is in the same trap that everyone else is in, and that is the central banks are telling them spend, spend, spend. Don't fucking worry about it, and it is what it is. I don't think it would make any difference, conservative prime minister or liberal. I don't think it would honestly make a difference. Same thing with the States, whether it be Trump or Biden. I at the end of the day, I don't think, you know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know one American that is particularly like excited about like Biden, right? Biden is, you know, he's Biden. He's literally like the epitome of just like a boring politician that is a fence sitter. He's like the most centrist that you can get in terms of a politician. And then you have Trump, which is not a politician, but like, you know, that I'm not gonna go too far into that, but you know, I have my thoughts. I have my thoughts in terms of Trump, but I don't want to alienate a good portion of my viewer base. So it is what it is. So, but I think the most part of the world, and like this is the thing about American politics, is it impacts everyone else in the world, right? Like whoever is the president of the United States impacts the rest of the world. And I'm not saying Biden is any better. In fact, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, well, I think just having someone acknowledging that COVID is a real thing, and I'm not saying like, yeah, I try to tread lightly, but I think having some acknowledgement that it is an issue and we need to take care of it is a good thing. The thing about Trump that I didn't like was getting into the more like really propagandist like CCP tactics of like controlling what the media says. That really was scary as an outsider watching it, and to watch so many people be so like in it, right? Really be into like what Trump was saying. You know, it is what it is. I don't think the people following Trump are bad people. I really don't. But I think fundamentally at the core of what Trump believes is flawed thinking. But you know, that's just me. That's me, my opinion, and that's all. If you like him, you like him. If you don't, you don't. Politicians suck to talk about, to be honest, because you can never make everyone happy. The Flare network, man. Okay, so here's the thing about Flare. Okay, you wanna hear about Flare? Hold on. Where is this? Okay, let's see. I have this bookmarked for such an occasion. Here's Flare. Okay. Now Flare, if you look at the logo for Flare, it's that F, and then you have XRP, the X. The real target for XRP and the XRP system and the XRP ledger was never global payments. Really has nothing to do with global payments. Take global payments completely out of XRP. If you look at Flare, what they're bringing in terms of decentralized exchanges, what we're looking to tap into is not just the stock market, which sits at now 100 trillion, so not 89 trillion. It's now at 111 trillion right now because of how much liquidity that the US is pumping into the system. We are looking at the derivatives market. So this is where the actual money is. So this is global wealth. Here's derivatives, right? 11 trillion in the gross market value. The notional value, so the low estimate is $558 trillion to $1.8 quadrillion. This is the market. This is what Flare is tackling. This is what they want. This is the piece of the pie. And when you're talking about $1.8 quadrillion, if you take 1% of that, or just a couple percent of that, that's a lot of money. So, yeah, 100%. Oh yeah, see, that's the worst part about it is politics bleeds into crypto completely. But I like I said, I don't think the politician matters because you have Jerome Powell, and Jerome Powell literally just had a speech the other day. Saying we're still full-fledged, you know, all gas, no brakes, you know, pedal to the metal, print more money, inflation doesn't exist kind of mindset, which I listen. I'm a stupid 30-year-old guy that never had an economics class. You know, I'm not an economics major. I know dick all about the global economy, but I know that printing the United States dollar into oblivion is not a good idea. Thoughts on Compound? I missed the boat on Compound. I think it's going to be a great situation. It's lending software, I think, lending blockchain. It pays something for staking. I know that. It pays you earnings. But I think if you're in Compound, great. I think Compound could still move. Let's actually look at the chart really quick. Okay, so we have a max supply of 10 million and current market cap of 2.3 billion. Still at a very low rank, and I think comp can actually last through a major crash. Yeah, I wouldn't buy Compound over like Reef personally, but like if you have Compound, I definitely wouldn't sell it right now. I'd wait. It still has plenty of room to go. You could definitely still pick up a little bit, but in terms of price potential, you might see more potential in some other alts. But if you look at the rank here, rank 38, and then you ask yourself, well, can Compound rank up a little bit more and get more market cap dominance? And yeah, I think it could. The F from Netflix series. I don't think I've seen the feed. Is it? Yeah, I don't think I've seen that. Mikey B. I feel like I know that person. I feel like I know who you're talking about. Who's this guy? Oh, actually, I don't know him. The DeFi Standard. Interesting. I'll check him out. Yeah, I missed out on Maker. I wouldn't worry too much about it. If you're looking for like good financial DeFi products right now, like we've obviously missed the boat on Aave, right? We've obviously missed the boat on a bunch of others, but like the one still in focus, like Graft is still good. It's still low, and it's especially in a dip right now. And that's the big thing that you're looking for. Filecoin, as much as Filecoin has gone up, it's only up 78%. It can still move up way more. So Filecoin is still a buy. So I wouldn't shy away from Filecoin, because we can see that it's just trading level, maybe gone up a little bit, but there's still room to grow. Is there anything that you see that's trading level or in a dip, as long as the product is good, then we should be good. Yearn Finance might be a buy. Yeah, up 46%, so I still buy Yearn Finance. Don't focus on this big number, because that doesn't matter, because if you see Yearn Finance has like a super small circulating supply of 36,000. So obviously there's less tokens to kind of spread around, right? I think when XRP and Flare enter the DeFi pool, Burrell, I think when that happens, I don't think any other decks will be able to stand a chance. Personally, that's my personal opinion. You know, do your own research. Don't invest in XRP unless you're sure about it. But hey, man, 30% of my portfolio is XRP, so take with that what you will. I might be a complete dumbass or the smartest guy in the world, so it is what it is. Let's see here. So yeah, and Compound, like I said, so even like looking at the dip, Compound has gone up like a decent amount, but you know, it still hasn't like gone up to the point where like it would be unbuyable here. So yeah, it's still a buy. There's no reason why it's not a buy. But like, really, how far can it go? I would say like $1,000 Compound is realistic, maybe a little bit more, but like doubling its market cap is definitely realistic. Just no, yeah, getting 100% return out of it for sure. You could definitely do. Yeah. As in Mickey. Is he called Mickey Mouse or Mickey D? I have him here. I'll be sure to binge watch some of that tonight. Yeah, definitely before bed. I'll throw some of that, like some good YouTubers, especially people talking about DeFi. One of my favorite topics in XRP. Kasuma has like blown up over the last couple of days, which I'm super happy about. We're up like 16%, which is amazing. I think this is like our downfall. Like the thing is with Kasuma, the best part is like when I was buying DOT, Kasuma was just trading sideways and everything. So I was like, every time DOT was pumping, I would just buy Kasuma instead. And now it's just paying dividends. I'm so happy with where Kasuma is going and like where it's going to go. Because if you look at it, same thing, 10,000 circulating supply, we're at $1.4 billion, but rank 54. And if you look at Kusama's part in like DeFi and everything else, Kasuma is absolutely going to hit $1,000 per token, which is a roughly like $9 billion market cap, which isn't that much. Yeah, I'd always be careful, Raphael, about like things that have gone up, right? There are better opportunities when things are down, but like when things obviously haven't pumped, it's probably a good opportunity just to get in and just like take the risk. What are your thoughts on all the credit cards? I think a credit card done right is good. So a credit card that works to give you a low rate, a low interest rate, and borrows directly off of your crypto that you have in an account is the best way, right? Something that isn't spending your crypto, but you're borrowing against your crypto and you're paying an interest fee. So usually 1 to 2%. So Celsius, and I've talked about Celsius before. I love Celsius. I'm a brand ambassador for Celsius, but they offer tons of lending services, and they just announced today on their AMA that they're coming out with a credit card that has a very low fee. And I've talked about it in my cash out. Watch my cash out when you get a chance at some point. I essentially talk about how I will leverage Bitcoin to buy things. So if I want to buy a home, if I want to buy a car, I'll just borrow from my Bitcoin and then pay that back. That way I don't have to sell any crypto. Link potential. I think Link is definitely like undervalued right now. So Link is a good buy. Link is an absolute good buy. I can't see a world where Link isn't like way higher than what it is right now. I mean, it's not as sexy as other blockchains for sure, but like everyone's partnering with Link. They're doing amazing things in the space. Yeah. I wouldn't shy away from buying more Link right now. Even at $31, I still think it's a steal. I think we have plenty of room to go, and I think a lot of analysts are saying the same thing. So, yeah, Flare, the thing about Flare that you got to remember, and the thing everyone needs to remember, because there seems to be in this, in the XRP community, everyone's shying away from Ripple. And I don't understand why everyone hates on Ripple, and how Ripple has, like, such big influence in the crypto space, because Ripple has been a net positive in the crypto space entirely. But Flare is Ripple, right? Flare is Ripple money. It's not owned by Ripple, but Flare is Ripple money, right? There's nothing wrong with Flare being funded by Ripple. Ripple is not a bad company, right? I really like Brad Garlinghouse. I think he's a straight shooter. I watch a lot of what he says. And I don't think we should be worried about companies building on blockchains, especially if they're fighting for regulations. They're doing a net positive for the community. So all these people hating that XRP is centralized, well, it's not. I actually like describe everything in like an XRP video, why it's not centralized at all. It's just the validators are not controlled, but the validators are approved by Ripple. Whether or not they're like 100% uptime and they're always in agreement with every other node, which is like common stuff. And it's not even the fact that they restrict them from running a node. They just restrict them, or they just recommend people use the nodes on their list, not other lists. So nobody's stopping them from running nodes. Ripple's just saying, hey, you should use these guys, not these guys. If you actually look into the specifics of XRP, you start to realize that it's a lot more decentralized than you think. A lot less decentralized than a blockchain like Cardano will be, but that's neither here nor there. I still think XRP is going to be good to onboard the legacy financial system into the blockchain system. That doesn't mean that it's going to take market cap from other projects. I think it's doing something fundamentally different than every other crypto. And that's why I buy XRP. But hey, you know, I know XRP isn't everyone's cup of tea. Absolutely, I understand that. Stellar, holy shit. Have you guys seen this? No, that's not right. That was like 43 cents earlier. Did Stellar really like move like 15 cents? Holy crap. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So we're at 58 cents Stellar. If you don't like XRP, why the hell aren't you buying Stellar? You know what I mean? If you hate XRP because of Ripple, buy Stellar. Yeah, that's insane. That's nuts. Well. Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely. So Zcash I wanted to buy when they went through their halving event. I don't own any Zcash. I really should, and I want Zcash. What is its all-time high? And we could talk about that. And we could talk about why I like it so much. Yeah, that's a lot. But that was launched in 2016. So what did it hit in 2017? Okay. So let's look at $800 as our all-time high. Let's not look at the 3K when it launched, because that seems ridiculous. So $800. We would effectively... Yeah. That's like a $7 billion market cap. 21 max supply with a 10 million circulating supply right now. Yeah. I could see Zcash doing it, but the problem that you're going to have with Zcash is going to be listing on certain exchanges. Now, the thing is, anytime a country bans something, you buy it, right? So China, when China banned Bitcoin, you buy it. If the US bans something, you buy it. That's how this works. Prohibition doesn't work. And when they banned alcohol, what happened? It created Al Capone, right? Money is made when people ban stuff. So when you ban privacy coins, buy it. Like, screw the government, buy it. It's going to be worth some money. Who cares? Yeah, no, I truly believe that. I think they just get a lot of flack because people, like, don't understand what they're trying to do. And they don't understand that they're actually, like, a net positive to everyone else. Like, if Ripple honestly lost the case with the SEC, that's going to be a huge blowback for, like, everyone in the crypto community. Like, everyone. Like, it's just massive reverberations throughout the community. So I think that would be, like, a huge negative. I am shocked, though, that XRP has held its spot, even amongst the SEC case. Like, it's obvious, like, makes complete sense that Cardano took it away because Cardano's been, like, pumping for the last little bit. But, like, hey, XRP's still fighting DOT, you know what I mean? Even though the DOT hit that $30 DOT, XRP is still fighting it for number 5 on market cap. So that's very good to see. Yeah, honest, man, okay, I'm going to look at Doge, and I'm going to give you my honest perspective on Doge, all right? It's a meme coin. It's an honest-to-God meme, all right? It really is. But it's not going anywhere. It's been here for a decade, right? You can't, like, Bitcoin's not going away. Bitcoin's been here for too long. And often people will say, if something's been here for, like, a long time, then at that point, it's not going away, right? You can't stop it from going away. So Dogecoin came out in 2013, right? And it's still here, and now it's pumping all-time highs. We have Flare Networks wrapping Dogecoin and unlocking the value to be able to put Dogecoin into decentralized finance. Do I think Dogecoin is going to be the standard? No, absolutely not. Do I think Dogecoin could hold value and will be, like, way more when in 10, 15 years? Yeah. If you want to chuck $100 to $200 into Dogecoin right now, forget about it, and then look at it in 10 years, I think you're going to be happy. So honestly, like, I have nothing against Dogecoin. I think that there are better, like, things to invest your money in right now during this market. But hey, if you want to chuck $100 for funsies, yeah, go ahead. You're going to make money. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. You'll absolutely make money. Appreciate the sub, Raphael. No problem. Happy to help. Secret token. Do you have a secret token? I don't have a secret token. Ah, secret. Let's take a look. Damn it. It's a legitimate secret token. Look at you. All right. 184 million. So it's a pretty low cap. Yeah, I think you're gonna have a hard time in privacy, right? And just like Zcash and Monero, you're gonna have a hard time with regulations, but that doesn't mean that they're not gonna make money, right? The regulations can suck and it'd be pretty shitty, but if you have good constitution for things like that, then it might do well. I'd have to look into it because, like, often you get these, like, really polished, like, websites and, like, they say a lot of cool stuff and, like, sound really good, but then you start looking into it and you realize that the team is full of, like, college grads and everything, and it's just it's not, like, something that you really want to be involved with. Like, I'm all about startups, and I think startups are going to be great, but at the same time, you want to make sure that, like, you know who you're investing in. Like, when I'm buying, like, Cell Token, I know I'm investing in, like, Alex Mashinsky. But It's inevitable. Yeah, well, like privacy is inevitable. See, if you want to talk privacy, so XX coin, back to XX coin. Actually, let's play this. I did something on one of my videos where I talked about XX coin. Let's see if I can find it. Hold on. Let's go to my videos because I know I have the clip. We are actually gonna go watch one of my older videos here. Let's see here. Where is it? Where is it? I think this is it here. Quantum secure.
It's here.
This is before the SEC. Here we go. Okay. I believe it's a whole network because they're working on a
economic value. Messaging and payments apps we're told are free, but actually they are stealing our freedoms. They started by just stealing the economic value of our data, but now they are irreversibly undermining elections, dissent, and the hope for democracy. The problem is that encryption alone does not hide the most revealing data, who talks to whom, when, and from where, the social graph and other metadata, what I've called the true meta issue of our times. Because even end-to-end encrypted messages are easily traced by size and timing. 40 years ago, I invented metadata shredding, and only the XX network uses it. Your smartphone sends encrypted uniform-sized messages, mixed in larger the better batches, thereby shredding the metadata extremely effectively. Addresses are decrypted for delivery, with content, including special digital coins, decryptable by recipients only. Current chains, even though they lack messaging, geometrically fail to scale as users join. Only XX network scales linearly through to consumer scale. Current chains use so-called encryption standards. Only XX network uses quantum secure cryptography instead, what the government agencies that issue the standards use to protect their own secrets. Yet ours is built to be easy to switch to. Current chains are more money, more votes. Only XX network governance is one user, one vote. True decentralization. Now possible with our proven breakthroughs, publicly verifiable, vote-selling resistant, and issue-scalable sample voting. We've been engaging the community, and the XX Collective is growing. So please join us.
I kind of, like, every time I see that please join us, I kind of get this Orwellian feeling when I hear it. Like, oh, please, like, come, you know, all this double speak. But, like, actually, I think that this is where we need to go. This is... So the reason why I'm so like dead set on David Chaum specifically being Satoshi is because this is literally his vision about like making sure that you have full control over your data, right? And this is like where the XX network and Praxis and Elixir like all comes into play about making this platform that is completely encrypted and you're in complete control of your data, which I think is super important as we go into it. We didn't expect in the internet, when the internet came forward, that we'd have to worry about all of this like privacy information, right? So having a blockchain like this is going to make huge changes. I can just imagine. Oh man, yeah, absolutely. Well, I'm gonna watch that tonight. I'm actually I'm getting a little tired. I think we've been streaming here for roughly 2 hours, so we're gonna make plans for the next one over on a weekend, probably a Saturday or a Sunday. I'll probably, if I can, I'll put out a poll in the next couple of videos. But I really appreciate you guys stopping by. I hope this was insightful, at least to get my input on some tokens. If you guys have no other questions, I will leave you guys to the night. Go ahead and like the stream if you enjoyed it. Really appreciate it. And we'll make sure we do this more because it seemed to go over pretty well. We'll check this out before we leave. So Mimble token. So what about the Mimble coin? Sounds like the same thing as XX. It just goes into... Well, let's take a look. I don't think I've heard of the project, but I'd be interested to look. I like having a small viewer base right now because it's nice that we can look into these tokens without it being overwhelming. Because I get a lot of comments about projects, which is great. I love it, but I can only imagine when, like, if we had a lot more people in here, it'd be hard to get to everyone. Yeah, I'm interested to know like the stats. What's the market cap of where is it being traded on right now? So that's probably why we don't know market cap details. So often if you don't know market cap like a token like this, it's because there's not enough liquidity. It's not being traded on enough exchanges, which is definitely the case. So you definitely have trouble buying it. Yeah, I mean, like this right here, this is like what I'm talking about like signature aggregation, having a blockchain with that. But there's so many other blockchains that do this. And it was launched in November of 2019. Yeah, I don't know if I would personally. It's just like you've been in since 2019 and you haven't really done all that much. I mean, it's like definitely jumped, but like I just don't understand like where the market cap's coming from, because there's not much liquidity in the system. But yeah, I'd probably stay away personally. But that's not to say that the project isn't good. It's just on surface value. I don't see anything with it. All right, man. Have a good one. All right, I'm gonna end it. I will see you guys later. Thanks so much for stopping by, everyone. Really appreciate it. Have a good one, and I will see you in the next video at least. All right, take it easy.